guys, you join me here, Snowman86. We are back on Ballyspring. So we've got the busy job of tedding all the grass and then baling it as fast as we can. Well, not as fast as you can, but definitely it's a job that we're going to do. We have it all mown, bar the bit down 109, I think is the field number. That'll be that will become an extension of our current one of our current pastures, and the one at the back of the cow shed is the one we're aiming at upgrading, guys. So we will be trying to step on that. I won't say as soon as possible, but we're definitely looking to make that jump sooner rather than later. So hopefully it'll take the pressure off the need of feeding bales. Obviously we will drop the amount of bales we do produce each cut, but again, I think that's not the end of the world, as pretty quickly we are going to look to increase our land portfolio again if we can. I know we were developing the yard and we were trying to pay off that loan. We've so much to do, but yeah, I think maybe now another section of grass wouldn't be astray. So that fence that you see there in front of us as I make this turn will be pulled out of it, and yeah, we'll just extend the pasture straight down into that field, and that should give cows there then sufficient grass. I'm hoping to last definitely a month. If we can get a month out there, we should be okay. That is the plan. It takes about 2 months for it to regrow, so we need really a month and a half realistically, because then we can move them into another pasture, let it grow. Yeah, there's a bit of thinking to go into it. Again, is pastures the way forward? I'm not 100% sure. Would we be better served keeping the cows in the shed all year round? And by keeping them in the shed all year round, we would obviously benefit from the manure and slurry. But I think it would get to a stage where we'd have such a stockpile that it would just be unusable, not unusable, but untenable. We'd run out of space fairly quick to store our stuff. So yeah, we're toying with that as well. What we're doing at the moment is pretty good. We generate enough to keep us relatively low on fertilizer costs, and by relatively low I mean practically zero. Don't think we've bought any actually since the very start, so that will tell you that it does kind of work, that process. So yeah, there's plenty of options there. But yeah, the farm development, although we did do a nice bit recently, and we've recently purchased our new loader, which we're excited to use here in a bit when we're baling. For the most part, yeah, I think the next big development for us probably would have been the silage pit and putting a roof over that. But again, that's going to cost us upwards of, by the time we sell the silage pit and put up a new one, it's probably going to cost us in around 50,000, I think. So it's not something we're jumping out of, or jumping to do straight away, guys. It is something that will happen, but as to win, we're not going to commit ourselves straight away. I'd rather first either pick up more land, which is probably where we're going to aim for. Ideally, I would like to expand the pasture that's up the back of the carpentry shed, or where we store the harvester. That is one field I would like to expand as well. There's a ditch line there we could take out and make it more of an L-shaped pasture. So if we could do 2 pastures, get them into a reasonable condition, at least then we'll still have our 3 grass fields for baling and stuff. We have the goat's pen as well, which we can thankfully use as well if we are stuck for grass. Although again, ideally the sheep and the goats will eventually, once the numbers go up, and they're going up all the time, will eventually consume that field, and we'll probably then have to start looking at feeding them hay or something as well. So we'll just have to play that by ear and see how it goes. But definitely I think it's time to start pumping. We've pumped a lot of money in when you think about it. Now I know we've sold a lot of old gear as well, but yeah, we've definitely pumped money into the equipment side of the farm, probably quicker than I was expecting it to happen. But it's probably a good thing it's happened, because as I say, it now enables us to get land and get it and just start running and working it. So yeah, we definitely will keep an eye out for that grass field above the. It's at the back of our arable field or to the side of our arable field, but it also skirts along the line of our cow pasture. So that is what we're thinking, guys. Oh, never a dull moment, but yeah, there's always some bit of fooling, and I don't know what the word is. I don't want to use the word I'm thinking of because it's probably not appropriate, but some sort of tomfoolery. There we go. There just seems to be always at something, be it selling stuff, kind of wheeling and dealing, seeing can we sell everything we have just to afford one payment. It seems to have been the way this farm has started. So why change now, guys? We'll just keep continuing as we are. So we're gonna crack on here, guys. We are literally tedding away. We've one field tedded. This is field number 2, and all going well, we'll get field 3 done there quickly, and then we'll be back with the baler, and we'll be producing some more square bales. Probably will wrap a good chunk of them, but yeah, we'll see how we're going. Our new shed is fairly full of grass. We could fit another load in there, and we will at some stage, but for now I think probably makes more sense, especially that we're considering all this land purchasing and stuff, to wrap everything and sell it. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on, and I'll see you here in a second, guys. And we are back, guys. So first and foremost, we'll just throw up the hood, and we should. You can only load 20%. Oh, so I was down at 48% twine, and I was thinking in my head, it would be nice if we could restock that. But we can't do it until we empty the baler, so that is fair. So we're just going to. Are we cracked on here? We are lowered. So we're just going to get on with the baling, guys. Now we've 15 bales produced, and that is from the sheep and goat pasture. So that actually produced rather well. Kind of surprised me a little bit. I was expecting maybe 8 or 9 bales, and we ended up with 15, so that's quite impressive. So that was definitely worth doing, and should probably see us take the hit of losing the field here on our right. As I say, that fence line should be removed. We might even remove it today. We'll see how we're going. Probably won't be, actually, when I think about it. We just too much to do, guys. So we're just going to bale this one passive headland that we seem to always windrow between all the fields. So we're just going to crack on and do that. And it'll be interesting to see, now that we have our bale counter working again, exactly how many bales we end up with. I'm expecting around the 60 mark, which would be just over 2 trailer loads of bales. So we'll see how we do. But yeah, we're into the furthest off field here, and we're just going to crack on and keep baling away, guys. So nothing too exciting in today's viewing. Yeah, we just have to see how it does. We might even go for a few cinematic screenshots. We'll see how that one plays out for us. But for now, as I say, we're just going to crack on here with the baling. And yeah, hopefully going forward then land will be the next wrong way, land will be the next kind of concern for us. As I say, the loan and land I think are the big two. Reworking the yard is something we can do in our spare time. If we have a little bit of surplus cash, we can maybe knock a building, stick a new one up, that kind of thing. The hay shed was definitely a wreck in my head. I'm hoping now it'll work a little bit better in its new location, but time will tell. Again, this winter will probably tell us a lot. And look, if it doesn't work, we have a fine new shed for storing equipment, and we'll potentially look to where maybe the harvester is as a new hay shed. That could all be moved out of there, and we could then stick that as our, just want to go external for this, and we could then stick that as our hay shed. So that is a potential outlet there as well. Yeah, we just have to see how it all plays out. But for now, we've one fine big shed built in the yard which backs the silo system, so we're happy enough. That was a nice bit of progress made. and we knocked an old building in the process of that. So a couple of things have changed in the farm. There's two old buildings now gone. If my memory is correct, we managed to drop the one at the back of the hay shed that we were using. That got dropped, and now the one where the big shed is gone, the new hay shed. It's going to get very confusing every time I say hay shed, but anyway. So now that's gone as well. So yeah, things are progressing, but as always, we'd like to be a little bit faster. But I think the big thing for us is financially, is we just need to take our time at the same time, not rush it too much. At some stage, probably land will be the best investment when I think about it, because the quicker we can buy the land, the quicker we can start repaying our loans, be it another arable field. We'd have a second crop that we could sell that potentially bring us another 10 or 15,000 a year, depending on the time or the cycle of the field. And if we're after grass field, obviously it'll allow us either make more silage, improve our pasture system. There's a couple of other things it'll let us do, but mainly kind of improve our pasture system, create a little bit more silage so that we're a little bit more self-sufficient, or even in terms of selling, it would allow us sell more silage. And something we want to get into as well at some stage is the hay game and the TMR game. So that's something we're aiming down, but again, that's more machinery on the yard. That involves probably having the pit somewhat right before we start using it. So for now, I think land is probably the best way to get us there, the quickest way of getting us there anyway, even though land is expensive as well. So for now, as I say, we'll crack on. We'll probably throw in a couple of cinematics here if we can, guys, and I will be back probably doing a little bit of wrapping, but again, we won't show a whole pile of it, because the wrapping can, like everything else, too much of a good thing can get a little bit tedious. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. For now, we'll probably show a little bit, just because I think it's new, and I don't think off the top of my head we've seen a whole pile of it. So then again, there's only so much wrapping you can see. It doesn't really change a whole pile, but yeah. That is kind of where we're at, guys. So and I'll probably talk about this whole land and loan thing again probably in the future, and my opinion might have changed. I might have changed my mind and decided that I'd actually rather clear off the loan first before we expand too much. But I think mentally, where am I going with that? I think at the current moment of time, it makes sense that if we keep investing in land, we'll eventually make more money, which will eventually help us not even notice the loan payments going out, and it will probably help us increase our livestock range and allow us milk more cows. So it's just, there's more benefits to probably investing in land than there is in just clearing the loan. The loan will work itself down in time. So I think that's where we're going, guys. I think it's going to be land as our next investment. You wait and see, something will pop up on the old used system, and I here won't be able to say no to it, and we'll end up spending all our hard-earned cash on that instead. It's probably a safe bet. Nice few bushes there eating into our fields, just as I be on about crops and making money. So we're doing well. We're up to 25, so we've got 10 off this field plus this strip of a headland, so it's not bad going, guys. So we just cut the baler here where we're struggling for power on the hill, and yeah, as I say, I won't bore you too much more. We've a nice bit actually left to get off this field, so looking like we're in for a bumper yield, guys. Would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, as I say, around the 60 bale mark, but we've 2 fields done and we should be very, very close to 30 bales, guys. So with 2 left, that will push us close to 60. Although the next 2 are slightly bigger. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna crack on here, guys, and yeah, I'll be back in a little bit, and hopefully we'll be wrapping and we'll be finishing up second cut on the farm, and yeah, see what exciting stuff then comes our way, and we might even potentially next time be looking at land. Who knows? And this is the last pass, guys. So we currently have 65 bales made, minus the 15 from the sheep and goat pasture puts us on 50 bales, and we'll probably have another 2, possibly 3 spit out here, so I'd be aiming at around the 53, 54 mark. Excuse me. That's just for these 3 fields here, so that's pretty good going, guys. Relatively happy with that, and that should see us 50 bales, so it would be 2 cuts to stack the shed if we were out of grass, which thankfully we are not. So let me just spit out this one at 67. Will it go to 68? I'm not sure. Will it fold up the baler? I don't think it is. So that'd be 52 bales out of this field, so 2 cuts will give us 104, which should be enough to see us through the winter, considering we have, I want to say, maybe 80 odd bales in storage. I really do feel that third cut could probably go the way of this cut is going to go, which is more or less a massive silage session followed by a huge sale of bales. So I think that's probably where it's going to go. 50 odd bales should be roughly, I think, and I could be way off base on this, but roughly speaking 40 odd thousand euros. So that'd be a good old cash injection for the farm. Would be badly needed. Well, not badly, well, it is badly needed, but it would be a very nice injection of cash. Again, won't buy us a plot of land, guys, but will see us do something. We just don't know what yet. And you never know, it might get us a plot of land, but we just have to see how things go first. Why isn't that hooking up? I think that's not the right angle for that, so we'll try again. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we're just going to pull forward, hopefully don't clip anything. And yeah, we get about wrapping, guys. So just got to unfold this bad boy, and we'll show off a couple of wraps and we'll probably call it then. But yeah, for the main part, guys, we're in and we're wrapping. Yeah, so for the main part, we do need a little bit of surplus cash flow for the winter months, obviously. Again, we'll be selling goat's milk and all that good stuff. See what we are like for wool, but I think wool is best to sell it in either March or May. So that's probably where we'll go with that one as well. But yeah, there's a lot to be done, and as I say, we have a nice chunk of work ahead of us. A lot of wrapping here. 50 odd, no, sorry, 67 bales of it we have to wrap and collect. So we'll be busy. So we're just going to press on, get all these wrapped, and yeah, as I say, this will be our cash sale. We also have a cash crop growing this year, the soybeans. Now they won't be ready till I think September, October, so might interfere a little bit with our fourth cut, but it shouldn't a whole pile. And that fourth cut we won't be wrapping anyway. That will be storage and fed directly to animals as it comes off the fields. So for the most part, it should be a quicker harvest. And who knows, maybe by that stage we'll have acquired a new grass field and we'll be back up to 4 fields to cut and bale. But we won't hold our breaths on that. But the big thing for me would be to try and increase land if we can. Now that we've lost a field to a pasture, and that will happen pretty soon. And then it'll be interesting to see then. Oh, come on, get in, get in. It'll be interesting to see how long that pasture lasts us, and that will be the real test. If we tend to burn through it in 3 days, I'll be happy. If we burn through it in a day and a half, I'm going to be fairly sickened. It just, yeah, it won't be a fantastic result, and we'd probably be better off then scrapping the pasture idea and moving our animals into the shed, keep them indoors all year round. But again, that might require us to upgrade more parts of the yard by putting in additional slurry tankage and maybe a second manure pile, because we'll just be producing so much we won't be able to get through it all, guys. So that is where we are. But as I say, for now we're just going to press on and we're going to keep wrapping all these bales. It's a long afternoon ahead, and who knows, in the next one we might get a chance to play with our new loader, guys, and see, is the new white loader actually was it worth it, or did we waste? We didn't really waste a whole pile of money. I think it was more of a like for like. I think it might have cost us a couple of thousand with the whole loader, which wasn't bad for what we got. So yeah, so we have that as well, guys, so we might play with that in the next one. Yeah. We'll see how it all plays out. Also, hopefully for the next one we'll have our pasture set up, and as I say, that experiment will begin in earnest. And that was rather unlucky. Oh, we got it eventually. Yeah, so that experiment then will kick on straight away, and we'll be looking to see, are the pastures actually worth it, or is it just a case of a big headache and we're actually not throwing away grass, because I suppose they are working. We haven't fed animals a bale in a while, so that would be a sign they are working. But every now and then we do have to tip up the pastures as it stands, so I think if we increase their size, it should see us in good stead, guys. So I won't bore you too much longer now. It's been a fairly hectic day of grass work, and the joys of a dairy farm operation, I suppose. But yeah, I think we'll call it here, guys. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again, guys. So take care of yourselves.